Hi, and welcome to Forward 40 TV. You know, growing up in South Trinidad, my dad used to have bottles of milk delivered to our door every single week. And having these bottles in my arms reminds me of that time. However, this milk doesn't come from the cow. It comes from my kitchen. I made it from almonds. And today on Forward 40 TV, I'm going to show you how to make one delicious, nutritious bottle of almond milk. So almonds are very, very good because of all the vitamin E, but the most important thing about almonds is that it contains so much magnesium. So magnesium is really what causes your cells and tissues to kind of relax and release because it oxygenates the blood. So it carries the oxygen all around to the important tissues and cells in your body, so you're feeling at your most optimum level. So making almond milk is a breeze, and you really want to make almond milk because this is what I typically would have bought in the store, but when I read the ingredients, it contained things I could not even pronounce, and I dare you to go and research the name natural flavor. You probably don't want that in your body at all. So making it, what you really need is, of course, your almonds. And what you want to do is you want to soak your almonds overnight, because then that releases the enzyme inhibitors, and of course it really gets soft and plump to blend. Because I like a lot of flavor in my almonds, I usually put about 4 or 5 dates as well as some extract. Now I have here some almond extract, but you can use vanilla extract if you like, or even chocolate extract to give it a chocolatey flavor. You want to use filtered water and not regular water from the tap. I remember the very first time I made almond milk, I have a filtration system in my refrigerator, but it wasn't working. So actually what I was using was water from the tap, and while my almond milk was delicious just when it came out from the blender, when I put it in the fridge for about 2 days, after that it was spoiled. So you don't want to do that. So again, very simple to make. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my almonds and I'm going to go and just strain it. It has been soaking overnight, so the water is kind of cloudy and it's a little bit frothy on top. So I want to make sure that it's prepped and primed to go into the blender. So I'm just going to take it and just rinse it all out. So if the shells of the almonds come off while you are rinsing it, it's okay. That's perfectly fine. So you want to scoop out your almonds into your bowl again. And of course, the combination is really 1 cup of almonds to about 3 cups of filtered water, but because I like my almond milk particularly creamy, I tend to use more almonds in mine. So again, I'm going to put my almonds into my blender. And don't forget, you want your blender to be a turbocharged one because you want to make sure all the ingredients are blended up quite nicely into something that's smooth and creamy. I'm going to measure, and I'm going to put about 3 cups. Once again, you don't want to put it up too high because once it starts to blend, you don't want it to overflow. I am, for flavor, going to add about 4 to 5 dates, again for the natural sweetness. I'm also going to add a hint of cinnamon, and this gives it a really lovely flavor. You can also put nutmeg in here, and of course some extract. I have almond extract just to give it an extra punch of the almond flavor, and a smidgen, I mean really a smidgen of salt. And I'm going to blend all of that up now, making sure that my corners are met and it's all secured. And let's see how this beauty looks when it's being turbocharged. So I think our milk is all ready, and don't worry about the brown specks you see. That's just the shell of the nut being blended, and of course we're going to get rid of that a little bit later. And I think we're ready. Look at all the froth. It means that we have blended just one jug of nutritious goodness. And one of the things that's essential for making almond milk are these nut bags, which I found in Whole Foods store when I traveled to New York recently. But you can use a good old cheesecloth, because anything that acts as a strain for the milk, which you can later squeeze out all of the milk from, will be very useful when you're making almond milk. So I'm going to put this over my bag, over the bag over the mouth of the jar. And of course this jar already has a natural funnel for when I pour it into my bottle, and that's why I like to use it so much. But of course you can have an independent funnel as well. So make sure it's secure, and I'm going to take this and pour it right in. It gets kind of heavy because my bag, as you see, is not large. It's just a quarter in size. So I'm going to pour it all in, and I'm just going to stop for a little bit, and I'm going to lift the bag, and look at all that creaminess. But not to worry, I still have more milk to put in, and I'm going to put it in, and all that almonds and all the shell and all the seed of the fruit is blended in here, and there's so much goodness in here. I'm going to take the milk, and I am going to, you know, they say that you can squeeze it like how you would do the udder of a cow, but I like to think, because we live in the Caribbean, I'm going to wring this like I would clothes, the way my grandmother showed me. So I'm like going to wring and wring as if I was going to hang this baby out to dry. Because, you know, to be honest, I never did a cow's udder in my life. So I wouldn't know what that feels like. But I certainly know what hanging out clothes in the sunshine feels like. So I'm just going to wring, and all that wonderful goodness comes out into your jar. Now, one of the things I want you to remember, of course, is that what's left in the bag is just awesome as well. So you want to be able to keep the remnants of the strain, pour it into a plate, and I actually use this in salads or smoothies, and I can even make hummus with it, but all of that for another time. I'm going to lay this aside and of course give myself a quick wipe of my fingers, and I am about to pour my milk into my bottle. I'm removing the strainer from here, and here we go. Oh wow, I got a full bottle. I'm just going to wipe it down. Now, again, you know, I said just a little while ago that it takes some time, but really, literally preparing almond milk takes about 15 minutes. And so what I do is on a Sunday when I'm getting my meals ready for the week, I just put this almond milk as one of the things that I have to prepare, because I tend to keep about 4 to 5 bottles in the refrigerator all at once. And because it has no preservatives and it has no natural flavors, you know that you want to consume it very quickly. So you can actually make your milk with your favorite nuts. So whether you like cashew nut milk or Brazil nut milk, it really doesn't matter. The most important thing, of course, is your nut milk bag, but also don't forget your filtered water. One of my favorite ways to have my milk is in the morning, and amazing, isn't it? I usually have it with my zucchini muffin, and it is really a delicious way to start my morning. It's like heaven. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, but also please like it and share it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers. I love you all. See you next time.